My name is Rachel Fredericks. I am the Community Experience Coordinator for Franklin Public Schools. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about some of the different community-based experiences that we offer here at Franklin. I will go into some detail about some specific courses that are offered kind of at the junior, senior level at Franklin. I also have additional information here as well. We'll have plenty of time to ask and answer any questions you might have about specific courses or experiences that we offer. So my role, just a little bit of background. I was new to Franklin last year, the district. My role as Community Experience Coordinator was a new role for the district as well. And as Mr. Cohn talked about in his keynote this evening, really we're working as a district to create experiences, courses, K through 12 to help students be best prepared for life after high school, whether that be in a 4-year institution, a 2-year institution, straight to work, apprenticeship, whatever that may be. We want to make sure that all of our students have had a chance to gain as many skills and experiences as possible during their time with us at Franklin. So specifically my part in that is working with our community partners on finding different ways to get them involved with our students and our teachers. So both bringing community members into our school for different reasons, such as guest speaking, mentoring, doing project work with our students, etc. And also finding as many opportunities as we can to get students out into the community as well. We know that within the 4 walls of our building, all of our teachers are wonderful. We can provide some really great experiences and really great learning that's happening in all of our courses. But really a lot of the expertise needed for careers and college is out beyond our 4 walls as well. And we're part of a great community here in Franklin. We have a lot of great resources around us. And so I really love being able to get the chance to bring those resources to our students and really create these strong partnerships and wonderful experiences. Really, it's also about making learning authentic, right? So making sure that the work that we're doing in the classroom has a direct impact on work outside of the building. So whether that's working on a project for a business or just being advised by a real-life engineer on a project you're doing in engineering, or being able to observe some of the professional skills that are needed for the future from professionals outside of the school building as well. Also, I'm working on expanding experiences K through 12, so a lot of our experiences happen at the high school. I'll talk about a lot tonight, experiences at the high school, but really finding ways for students to get a taste of what we call the real world, K through 12. So, why are career-based learning experiences important? Why do we offer them? Talked about it a little bit already, so did Mr. Cohn this evening. But really, it's about exposing students to different careers and helping them get a chance to explore those as well. We talk about really you make decisions based off of your experiences in life. And so the more experiences you have, the better equipped you are to make certain decisions about your future career or future education after high school. A lot of times I grew up my whole life thinking that I was going to be a dentist because I loved my dentist and I thought that was really awesome what he did. And he was cool, and then I went to college for that and I realized that's not actually what I wanted to do, but it was an experience that I had had that made me think that's what I wanted to do. And that happens a lot with a lot of students. You experience a certain career, you think that's for you, or you're really good at math, so you dive into something with that. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't, and that's completely okay. And school, K through 12, is really a time to explore those different areas, see what they're like, and to gain your own decision about what you think you might be interested in doing, right? And changing your mind, or not changing your mind is totally fine. So really, we're trying to create as many experiences as we can here at the high school to expose students to a lot of different types of career areas, and also just to learn and experience what it's like in the world of work, right? So I'm sure most people could agree in completely different career areas, there's a certain set of skills and habits that are needed to be successful in the future. It doesn't matter if you're working in manufacturing, if you're a doctor, if you're an engineer, you're going to have some similar skills that you're really going to need to be successful at your career. And so really, we're trying to infuse those skills into all of our courses as well and help students gain that experience. So you may be observing a professional area in a career, maybe that's not what you're going to end up doing, but you will still really gain some valuable experiences and knowledge through that. Also, we're trying to make learning more authentic, like I said, really seeing how your work in school applies to the world outside of school and not just within the four walls of your classroom. Also, work on those valued employability skills. I'll talk about some of the courses you're earning. Students can earn certifications in these courses that have been created and valued by employers throughout the state. So employers, higher ed, teachers have come together and identified that these are the skills important for future success. And so we offer opportunities for you to prove that you have those skills in high school before you head off to college or career. And also we have multiple opportunities to get a head start on some professional certifications and also some college level programs while you're still here at FHS. These experiences, like I said, just really I would encourage you to think about what we have to offer, what you might be interested in participating in your junior or senior year, and what type of experiences you'd really like to take advantage of before you graduate from Franklin. So like I said, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to highlight our junior and senior level courses that are really career-based and focused. And if you have any questions about them, like I said, there's more info up here. You can ask me questions afterwards. So we'll start with our FHS internships. This is a course that's offered to both juniors and seniors. And this is working as an intern for a staff member of Franklin Public Schools. So the majority of them reside in the high school, but there could be opportunities to do an internship at elementary school or with our central office or a different area within the district. But really you are working as an intern, as an employee of a staff member. So what that could look like if you are working with a teacher in a specific course. For example, in one of our freshman level art classes, we have some upperclassmen that are actually working as teacher aides in that course. So they're prepping lessons, they're helping students with their work, working with small groups, that kind of work, kind of being like a teaching assistant. We also have different project areas in the building where students work helping manage those areas. So for example, our school store is managed by student interns, the Sabre Roar is run by student interns, our autos garage, our constructions area is managed by student interns. Our accelerator lab, which is new this year, it has 3D printers, laser cutters, different equipment of that sort, and so students actually manage and run that equipment and help bring it into classrooms throughout the building. So it's like having a job within the school. So it's a schedule within your, or a block within your schedule, I should say. So you spend that time with that assigned teacher or department. You're doing your work. You have a requirement of 90 hours of work throughout the semester, and you're working on a Wisconsin Employability Skills Certificate. So this is a certificate offered through the Department of Public Instruction. Has 13 different employability skills, like I said, that were agreed upon by different employers and higher ed institutions in the state. And so you prove through your work with your teacher that you're proficient in these skills. You work your 90 hours, you will earn that certification and a half credit of high school credit each semester. So you can do 1 or 2 semesters depending on the course and your schedule. And also your placement should be aligned with your academic and career plan that you've been working on with your counselor. So if you're working with a specific department, you will have to successfully, completed some classes in that department already and have recommendation of a teacher in that department to participate in this. Very similarly, but out in the community, are community-based internships. So very similar requirements. You have your 90 hours for a semester. You can do this for a semester or a full year. Earning the employability skills certification, half credit each semester. But these are going to be placements within the community, so outside of Franklin Public Schools. These internships could be paid or unpaid, just depending on who it is with, what you are doing. This picture up here, these 4 ladies are interning at Wheaton Franciscan Hospital, just down the road. I think they're split between the ICU and another inpatient unit, just really helping work the nurses station, get communication flowing for patients, and the doctors and the nurses and all of that kind of stuff. We have students that are working, doing mechanical engineering designs for a couple different manufacturing companies. We have a student working for an environmental group, installing storm gardens. We have students working a couple different finance, bank positions, insurance agencies. So this was actually our first year of having students in community-based internships, and we're continuing to grow. We're open to placing students in any career area of interest, and I am continuing to reach out to community partners to find new positions and new areas for students to work in. But it's a great opportunity just to kind of get your feet wet in an area that you might be interested in, and in the least gain these employability skills and show that you have that for no matter where you head after high school. Next, we have youth apprenticeships. Youth apprenticeships, similar to community internships, but it's going to be a little higher level, a little more commitment. So apprenticeship programs are offered after high school as well. You can, if you're in an apprenticeship program after high school, you're generally working about 50% of the time, and then working about 50% of the time, more and more work, less education as you go through the few years of apprenticeship. So a youth apprenticeship is kind of a smaller level of that. So you are working, there's a 450-hour requirement, and it's a year-long program for minimum. You can start your junior year and have a 2-year program as well of 900 hours. With youth apprenticeship, there are specific career areas that youth apprenticeships are offered in, and my flyer up here has all those career areas listed. But within that, you're working in a position where you're working specifically on skills for that career area. So for example, one career cluster is health science. A pathway, you could work as a certified nursing assistant, which I'll talk about how you can earn that certification in a minute. But you could work as a CNA, you work on those CNA skills. You do it once you've shown proficiency in those skills and worked 450 hours, you get a certification from the state saying that you have a certified nursing assistant skills certification. Also in health sciences, if you don't have that license, you can work in support services at like an assisted living facility, maybe potentially in a medical office as well, showing that you provided support services to both patients, nurses, and doctors. Similarly, or there's manufacturing has a couple different processes and pathways in there, but really the employer agrees to mentor the student, mentor you, and work with you on those specific skill areas, and while you're getting paid to work on the job. This would be a block in your schedule. You get early release every other day to go and work at your youth apprenticeship, or if you have enough credits by your senior year, you could have a free block on alternating days, and have early release every day to go work at your job, just depending on your schedule. And then you'll earn 1 high school credit while you're doing that as well. Similarly, like I said, we have students currently in YA working as CNAs. We have students working in assisted living facility with patients. We have students in manufacturing. We have students working for construction companies. Trying to think if I'm missing anything. A couple students working in IT. So we have students in a variety of areas and employers that we work with. Another area that we're growing and developing are our capstone courses. So we are working to develop a culminating experience in each of our departments, each of our department areas within the building. So some current classes that exist this year already our launch, that's our business capstone course, engineering design and development, engineering, biomedical innovations for our biomedical pathway. And we just had approved some new capstone courses for our family and consumer science department for next year. So we'll have capstone experiences for child development and for our culinary and design programs. I don't know the names of those courses yet, so that's why they're not on there. But eventually each, like I said, each area will have a capstone experience. So this is meant to be a senior level course where you've taken all the other courses offered in that department. And all of those experiences and all the knowledge that you've gained through those 3 years, you're now applying to a more real-world experience. So each class has community mentors that mentor students either on doing project work for their company or just on their project work in their class. So this is our engineering design and development mentors from last year and students. So each student, all the students in that class, are in a small project groups, 2 to 3 students, and each of them had a mentor who is currently working in the field of engineering, give them advice and assistance on their projects. In our business course, we have students are one-on-one paired with mentors who are just giving them general advice on their project work and just career and networking development. So really the goal of this class is to have all the work be student-driven, project-based, connected to the real world. So you're really seeing, like I said, all that work you've been doing in school for the past 3 years of high school come to life in the real world and be connected with people in the real world. All right, last area I'm going to talk about are MATC dual enrollment academies. The first thing I have listed here is just kind of a one-off course. It's not its own academy per se, but that is our certified nursing assistant. So this is just a 1 semester, 3 credit at MATC course, where upon completion of this course, you can sit for the CNA exam. Once you pass that, you can have your certified nursing assistant license and can work as a CNA, be employed. That course is offered for juniors or seniors, summer, fall, or spring. We run courses each semester. And that's all of these are at MATC's Oak Creek campus. That's just about 10 minutes away. So through this course, like I said, just 1 semester, juniors or seniors, the only requirement is you have to at least be 16 to be part of this course. But then, once you do that, we have these new dual enrollment academies that we are starting for the first time next year. MATC, I should say, is offering for them for the first time next year. All of these academies are for seniors only, and you would be spending 3/4 of your day, every day, at MATC's Oak Creek campus. So 1st through 3rd block, both A and B days would be spent there. For your 4th block, you could come back to FHS and participate if you had, a health requirement that you needed to take care of, or an English, well, actually, I think English is at MATC, so I take that back. But any other requirements that you need to take care of, you can come back to Franklin. If you don't have other graduation requirements you need, you could participate in a youth apprenticeship, working in the area that you're getting your training in, or you could take another course at MATC, whatever works best with your schedule. So the 3 areas that they're offering are practical nursing, computer networking and administration, and welding. So I'll give you just a little bit about each one, and then I have more information here as well. Practical nursing, the only prereq is you will have to have taken the certified nursing course. If you're thinking about that for next year, we do have some availability for summer spots for CNA, so we can make that happen. For practical nursing, you do a year of that at MATC. When you're done with that, you're just 1 clinical and I think 3 courses away from earning your technical diploma in licensed practical nursing. And you could either continue on at MATC and wrap up your associate's degree, or you can transfer those credits to a 4-year university and work towards your RN. So MATC does have articulation agreements with a lot of universities throughout the state, where your credits will transfer directly into their nursing program. You'll have to ask them specifically what universities those are. I know it's the UW system, but I'm not sure if it's the entire system or not. For computer networking and administration, you will earn in 1 year your technical diploma in the IT networking. And once again, you can transfer that into working towards your associate's degree at MATC or moving on to a 4-year university. Last, with welding, you will earn your technical diploma by the end of the year. You can head straight into on-the-job or you can continue at MATC to get your associate's degree as well. For all of these courses, all of them are a different amount of credits at MATC. So Franklin will cover the cost of up to 18 credits, and will cover the cost of all the textbooks for these programs. So families would be responsible for covering whatever credits are not, that go above and beyond that. So for example, if the program is 23 credits, we'll cover 18, and the family covers 5. And I think it's $150 per credit at MATC. All at Oak Creek campus, like I said, there's also info sessions. It's on the flyer on January 18th and February 6th at MATC if you have more questions about the programs specifically. So these are just really great opportunities to kind of get a head start on your education at a reduced cost and get those experiences already your senior year. Okay, so that really is all the information that I have for you guys. I really encourage you to think about enrolling and participating in one of these courses or opportunities your junior or senior year. If you're not sure, how things are going to fit in your schedule or what you can participate in, please feel free to either contact me or sit down and talk with your counselor about it. They are all, well-versed on these opportunities as well. Also, like I said, I have information about the MATC academies, internships, YAs. My business cards are all up here. Also leave any questions. If you guys have any questions before you go. That's my last session.